to Horizon's Call. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical stream set in the Thalassian magical world of Damaris. Although this episode's set a little outside of that particular material plane. I am Derek Sword, use he, him pronouns. I am your GM for this game, your guiding compass as we navigate these treacherous, endless seas. And I'm joined, as always, by these very lovely individuals who I will have introduced themselves after I've said a few things. First of all, you can find all of Sword and Key's links at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, since this is a Sword and Key game. Check out Beacons for our socials right up at the top. That's Instagram, BlueSky, and there's also a link to join our Discord. All of those are great to check out right now because there is an application open for less than 6 hours at 9 p.m. Pacific tonight. A casting call for 7 different games playing throughout the month of December will close. So if you ever want to play in a stream TTRPG on this channel, check out that casting call before 9 p.m. Pacific time. Get your name in that hat, throw your hat in that ring, do something with a hat. We would love to see your name on that list. There are games that will run for 1 shot, some are 2 shots, some are even 3 shots, but 7 different games, 7 incredible GMs. I'll be running a game, Mare will be running a game. We have wonderful folks like Dax and Ren from Dax's channel. You can also see Craig from the creator of Shadowlight and Persona running a game of Shadowlight and Persona, which is pretty great. So again, all of the opportunity to play in any of those games is going to close tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time. All those games are going to be in support of Project Hope for their December campaign of Project Hopeness. So don't miss out. Also on our beacons, you can find links to pretty much all of our other stuff. You can find links to some of the charitable organizations that we support. This game in particular is in support of Feeding America. You can donate to that cause at any time and spice up our game a little bit with incentives. So check out that link in chat as well as on all of our socials. And the Tiltify will give you all the info for from there. So Feeding America, very important organization now more than ever, especially as we're getting towards the holidays, helps to stock, support, and supply food banks all across America, more than 200 food banks across the United States. So check that out. Also, other links for all of our other charitable organizations. We have a number of them that we support with all of our other games and some evergreen ones throughout the year as well. We also have links to some of our affiliates. We have a number of fantastic affiliates that we are very lucky to be partnered with. Affiliates like Eldritch Foundry, who make custom minis. It's the holidays are coming up. You're going to be doing shopping. Use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase to get custom minis, maybe of your party, maybe of your character, of a friend's character. If you are a person who does a lot of 3D printing, you can also use our affiliate link for unlimited STL files for 3 months for $19.99. If you're looking for a dice set, I can't recommend a dice maker better than Jenn with Long Dog Dice. So check out Long Dog Dice. Again, code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. You can get your perfect set of dice there. And just in case we happen to be the same person, the Horizons Call dice are also available on Long Dog Dice's website. So check out the blue and copper ones that are my particular favorite that Mikyl is featuring there with Sword and Key logo on the D6. All of these characters, all these players have dice sets made for their specific characters as well, which you can also pre-order. So check all that out. Don't wait if you want to get those in time for the holidays. We're also affiliates with Hit Point Press. They make tons of stuff. I saw them recently pushing the If I Were a Lich Man module, which is pretty fun. So I highly recommend that, or the Heckna series, or Humblewood, or animated spell cards, tons of other things. We have an affiliate link here we're going to be purchasing from them. All that said, let's have these lovely people say more about themselves and their characters, and then we'll do a recap and jump into things. So Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hey everybody, I am Mare. You can, I use they, she pronouns, and I'm playing Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. Your amazing soul knife, centaur, star druid, who has looked better. She looks like crap.
In the Shadowfell, I think you probably look better than most. So maybe that's a little consolation.
Did you fucking say constellation?
I didn't, but that would be a really good pun, and let's say that I did. Hold on, I need to write down constellation for a future
Please
episode.
feel real careful.
Oh. I need to be careful about my constellation consonants. Nope. Consternation. Consonants.
Still better than not saying
Constipation?
dive with the V.
I swear I
Yep.
said dive, but the tape doesn't lie. Eva.
Present.
And accounted for. Thank you so much for that intro. Who do you play?
Weenie. Weenie and I are both having days. So I'm Weenie. Nope. I'm Eva. My pronouns are she, her. Fuck my life. Today I am playing Weenie, also she, her, who is a sea elf alchemical artificer who is joined, as long as Derek lets him, by her homunculus companion, Little Jeffrey.
I mean, I keep trying to kill him. You keep bringing him back. It's not up to me anymore. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Mending's a cantrip.
Mending's a cantrip. Takes 1 minute. Mikyl, who are you?
Hey, fam. I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus. Your Triton, Shadow Sorcerer, Oath of the Infinite Seas Paladin, and happy to be back.
Very happy to have you back. Special thank you to Mikyl for the artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials for this game and many games here on Sword and Key. Next up, we have Kaila.
Ooh.
That is both a criticism of Winnie and myself, and I will do better in the future.
I don't want to victim blame.
Kayla, are you
So we're not
muted
going
in
to.
OBS? You have an input for your microphone?
Wait one.
Mood, honestly.
It's okay.
Maybe.
Happens to the best of us.
It
So-
sometimes resets. You all know who I am.
Oh,
Keep going.
that makes a lot more sense. I was
Keep
like,
going.
we need to spin a lot of things, but I don't know if she's been a seal.
Okay. Well, we can hear Kaila. So, you know who Kaila is. Kaila plays Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores. Special thank you to Kaila for running production very last minute for this game. Massive appreciation to her for that. And then we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Kallista, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric who's in single-digit hit points, but everything's still fine.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that remains to be seen, right?
It's fine.
So we have a recap this week. Mikyl, you doing the recap?
I am.
Okay. I want to make sure that was still the case. I knew you were out last week, but it sounds like you got a chance to rewatch and live through all of that secondhand. So whenever you're ready, sir, the floor is yours.
The last time we met our horizon-hopping heroes, chaos ensues. The group find themselves back at the beginning of the time loop. Acacia confronted Captain Alistair Jade Jaw Bane, which I got wrong for like 3 episodes, but we good. With the reality of the death loop. He didn't like talking about it, wasn't gonna discuss it, and Acacia said, I'm ready for consequences. Scarlett told Kallista, punch me. And then Eva said, if there's any hesitation, Winnie punches her. So Winnie punched the shit out of Scarlett as a distraction. The captain caused a fight chaos for a fake fight, for a distraction, but then it turned into an actual fight. So yeah. And then the captain hypnotized Proximus to be a foot tall cabin boy. As he was cleaning up, everyone else was combating till they almost died with some really good moves. Crazy battle ensues to include 2 time resets during the battle. Then, after killing the captain, they started to notice that the time loop was not resetting. Running out to the deck, they see everything happening to the point of almost. I think Derek had like a 60-second timer? Was that a 60-second timer that you set?
September, yeah.
They had to make a choice. They jump ship into the water, into the blackness, into the void. And then when Scarlett casted light on herself, which was a bold move, they saw the souls of the dead. Dead Sea. Dead Sea Souls. Okay. I just made that up. I'm pretty proud of it.
It's another title I should have used. You're right.
Kallista made a flashbang out of herself and killed everything around them as they were fished out of the sea by and placed on a ship with Callisto, the captain of what was the original ship? I was going to say the Redemption.
Innocence.
The Innocence. Damn, man. Should have wrote that down. I'm just going off
forget
the
all
top
the
of
time
the
too.
dome now.
Why write down everything? Just commit it to your terrible memory like I do.
I do. It's somewhere in this document.
Yeah.
And they were on board with Callisto and Corvus, and that is where we left off.
It is indeed where we left off. So, having been tossed onto the deck of this rotting ship, its boards beneath you reeking of age and mildew, seeming that they are of this long ago sunken ship and yet still feeling sturdy beneath your hands, fins, and feet. You look up to see Captain Callisto Everhart, looking as honestly as hardy as she ever did on the material plane, perhaps a bit more spectral, yet solid all the same, corporeal. She stands with her hands on her hips, having trudged over to you. Well, trudged is probably not the right verb. I like clopped, but that also had more of an Acacia feel to it last time. But the click of her boots does sound on the deck boards as she comes to stand over you again, hands on her hips with Corvus Midnight. Also looking a bit more like Proximus did there for a little while, a little faded in coloration, but still seeming hardy. His cheekbones sunken perhaps a little bit more than the last time that Scarlett or Proximus would have seen him. And they stand side by side as you look around on this ghost ship. Again, solid all the same beneath you, but for the first time I can honestly say you are surrounded by a skeleton crew, and I mean that literally, as you look around and there are specters, shades, and skeletons, all standing at as close to attention as a shade can or a skeleton can. And Callisto has turned to Corvus, made a comment about this not being the finest catch that they've made, and Corvus has welcomed you all to the Shadowfell. What would you all like to do?
Without any hesitation, Scarlett is going to leap and wrap her arms around Corvus.
He is jolted just a little bit, and before the arms wrap around you, and he feels so incredibly cold. But he holds you close. He says, "I missed you too." Callisto looks to the rest of you, and especially to you, Proximus, and she locks eyes with you, 1 foot tall, and she goes, "Well, I wish I could say this isn't what I expected, but high hopes were not exactly what I had. And you seem to be pretty low in hope currently."
That is a short joke, I am
It
assured.
is.
I cast Lesser Restoration on myself and return to normal Proximus size.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't know how much longer I could have handled that without
Same. I was like, we're doing all this serious stuff and just me.
Proximus.
Baby
He runs
Proximus
up
is
and
gonna kill me.
hugs Callisto's leg. No. Yeah, no, I'm going to return to regular size And it has been a long time. Many things have changed. But it's good to see you both. Brother, do you have something to say to me?
He is very much a Disney character, and he's not going to let go first from Scarlett. So he just kind of like looks past her hair, goes, "It is good to see you too. I'll get to you in a moment, I think."
You were tied up. I get it.
No, Scarlett will let go. Proximus gets to have a moment too.
And he grabs you on the sides of your face, and he pulls you in for a big hug, and just like it's that kind of like pat, like three man pats on the back, pulls you out by your shoulders. You have grown so much.
Yes, there's a lot that we need to talk about, but it is good to see you again, finally.
Yes, I have many questions as to how all of you are here. I can see it on you, should not be here.
Yeah. Long
Yeah.
story.
Yes, and I think that we shall have time. But there's not a lot of places to go right now.
Fuck.
I don't
And-
think we intended on being here.
Callisto just hops a little bit. Very few do, to be fair. All the same, you shall be guests on my ship. Welcome to the Guilty. Finest ship to ever sail the infinite seas of the Shadowfell. Porters are surprisingly available, unsurprisingly available. Please make use of them. Very few do otherwise. If you need anything, she gestures behind her to where, in addition to all of the specters and skeletons, all of the crew that are seemingly standing about, there is one individual who stands out as a more flesh and bone sort of being. It is a very pale elf, completely shaven head. She has these very sharp features, and she is wearing just this black leather kind of pirate getup. She turns to look at all of you. My quartermaster, my bosun, Nim, will be at your service. Or if you can find a skeleton in a hat, it's the only way that we can really differentiate him. That is Mr. Bilge. He is our quartermaster. Or they're our quartermaster. Pronouns are difficult with a skeleton, and they can't remember, so any all, I suppose. Make use of either of them. I shall be in my quarters for a little while. And she goes over to Corvus, and she grabs his arm, just like the back of the back muscle there, and gives a little squeeze, and she says, "And I shall see you there later." And he looks at her and presses his forehead to hers and says, "I will see you there as well." And she goes walking off towards the captain's quarters. And he nods to all of you. "I am the first mate, so I have responsibilities."
The tradition continues of first mate and captain stuff. Beautiful.
I don't know
Wait.
what that means.
Wait, Proximus, you and Connery?
Nope, not what I meant. I'm talking about Star's luck and
Oh, I thought maybe it was like an everything thing, and it's not my business, but I was just gonna be really surprised, is all.
Brother, you have found someone too. That is wonderful. You must tell me this Connery later when you're not muted.
Back to full size, but can't talk. The Little Mermaid problem.
Speechless. Mouth moving, no words.
Fish out of water.
but
Corvus goes walking off, and you hear him yell out, "To port!" and all of the skeletons and specters start moving about to haul ropes, and you see that the tattered, blackened sails above you begin to fill with some unknowable air. You don't feel a breeze here, and yet you see the sails filled with something all the same, and you begin to you feel the ship lunge forward in this obsidian ocean all around you. And you see the ashen-skinned Nim nod to Corvus as well and go to move below decks. And at this point, what would you all like to do?
I would like to take a plop on the deck and just like sit down and like rest because wow, that sucked.
Absolutely. Yeah. Y'all have been through it.
Winnie's gonna knock on doors until she finds one of those empty quarters.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go below
sorry.
decks.
Excuse me.
Well, I
Oh,
think that's the
coming
thing
through.
is that there's not a lot, like, okay, so you
I assume it's a joke because there's so many skeletons that don't sleep that like.
you're
Right.
you're talking about skeletons in their closets. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have those.
Oh, man.
All right.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah. You do go below decks to find that there's mostly storage where there would otherwise be quarters. Again, not a lot of like cots or even like hammocks that hang up. You find that there's no space for a surgeon. There's like the surgeon's office doesn't exist. The mess does not exist. There is no place for food or medical services, both unnecessary on a ship like this. So additional storage and maybe some places where you could kind of like curl up or lay down a bedroll is most of what you're seeing here. Although, when are you going below deck? I should ask.
Yeah, I figured the quarters weren't like above deck, so
Yeah.
because
You know the
she
captain's
did
quarters would
say
be
that like that was kind of okay, right?
Yeah. And this is like you're on a galley at this point. This is the largest ship I think any of you have ever sailed on. It doesn't have oars, although it is very long ship. So it does have 3 tiers to the forecastle.
Then she's gonna
And-
explore first. While looking for and she just needs a place out of the way where there's like a crate or something against a wall, something that like she doesn't like roll across the deck, like something to keep her in place. Like she doesn't need a cot.
So yeah, you could go into the quarter deck, and you absolutely would find space in there. However, if you do venture below decks, to the middle deck, you would see it filled with glowing balls of light, bluish, greenish light, just all kind of scattered about. They're all like softball sized. As you go to move, they kind of dodge away from you, although some come curiously close to you as well.
Can I identify what they are? Do they look at all familiar? Or like
yeah,
something I've heard about in lore or story or song?
maybe. Let's call this. This could be Arcana or Religion.
I think it makes more sense for it. Look, I know Winnie has a long storied history with religion, but I think Arcana makes more sense. Also, mechanically, it doesn't make any difference. 25. I was going to do the math myself, but it checks out.
Okay. Yeah, this is a will-o'-the-wisp. It is the formation of a spirit that can no longer take a more manifest form like a specter or a wraith or a ghost. There's so many different types of undead that are incorporeal. This is probably the weakest form.
Okay.
But it is also the form that, like, when spirits are fading the most in their ability to retain form, this is what they resort to. This is what they're reduced to.
And they're not immediately hostile?
They seem more curious than hostile. It's not like they're swarming
I
you or
Eva
attacking you.
associate them with like trying to kill people, so I'm just
Like in
just
the
Which with a
swamps,
25,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you know they can.
swamps.
25, 45, shotgun, whatever. They'll kill people however they can.
Great. Yeah, no, you also know that with like, how many hit points does Winnie have left?
Oh, fuck me. I think 25.
Okay.
24.
Okay. So you're also like, I'm gonna say 25 is an incredible roll. You would know that they do have an ability to like, if you have 0 hit points, they're really drawn to you. They're drawn to the weakened form of living beings because a way that they are able to maintain, much like the ghost pirates that you met recently, they're able to sap life force. Like a lot of these spirits are desperate to not disappear, which is what will happen. It's what happens in the next stage after a will-o'-the-wisp, is that spirits will deplete and degrade until they're reduced to this, and then beyond that, you just cease. You cease to exist. And so some will-o'-the-wisps can resort to consuming life force, but they're not really like very powerful. So it's mostly like if somebody goes down, they'll just kill you and take whatever's left. And it's nothing personal. It's just like a
Yeah.
mosquito at that point.
Yeah, nothing personal. Like, so when he's gonna, just wave and, oh, sorry to disturb you, and turn around, close the door, and, go find a different quarters, like, go back up a deck and take a little weenie nap.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Little trance nap, Mare.
I want to actually, before I do anything like explore or stuff like that, I want to take the chest with the Elder Ring in it, take the keys, and I want to relock everything.
Okay.
So when that's all set, and everything's all locked, I'm going to put one of the keys in my pocket. And Winnie already went downstairs, but I'll go up to Scarlett, Proximus, and Kallista and hand them each one of the keys.
Okay.
Just in case.
Alrighty. So with one key given to everyone except for Winnie and her will-o'-the-wisp curiosity. Yeah, great. So yeah, with you kind of hear this like 4 chunks as the locks re-engage on this chest, and the magical nature of the chest makes the Elder Ring small within, extra dimensional space, sealed, and they are arcane locks as well, so it's not like they can be picked. They can only be opened with these keys.
Yeah. And if one of you can help me lash this securely to my back and saddle, I don't want it to accidentally, getting stolen or falling off. Especially since we're going to port and I don't know what that port's going to be like. Last thing I want to deal with is trying to track down a spectral thief.
All right.
So if someone wants to help me lash that onto my back, it would be appreciated.
Yeah. All right, last to your back then. You have kind of the silhouette of a boxy camel at this point, but lashed all the same. What
But you
about
said it wasn't
Umbris?
that big.
It's not. I mean, it's like it's this big on the back of a horse, like sitting on
Oh,
top
yeah,
of a
yeah,
saddle.
yeah.
It's not going to look like a person. It's going to look like a little hump. But yeah. What about the rest of you? What Kallista, Scarlett, and Proximus?
I think Callista's like hurt, so I think she gathers herself up just enough to be able to like sit up and just like have her back against something, and is just trying to catch her breath, and is looking around a little bit. And I think just because she is uncomfortable with this Shadowfell thing, and also being like, having seen this moment now, just knowing that we have Callisto and Corvus and we have some people that like are recognizable, is going to intentionally stay up top, gonna keep an eye out just kind of on the sea. Random other question for Derek. While we were in the Hells, there was like, because Proximus had a religious tie, he had like a whole glowy thing, And then that was actually, I think, like we pointed out, that like Kallista should but doesn't investigate that. Jenn knows. Is there anything about Proximus being here in the Shadowfell because of his whole thing with Callisto and the sorcery origin and all that kind of stuff? Is there anything visible about him now that we're like fully in the Shadowfell?
That's a really good question. So one thing you do notice is that Callisto and Corvus both have like a slightly green aura to them. It's the same shade of green that you've seen a few times now. It's the same shade of green you've seen on the Lullaby. It's the same shade of green that you saw when you all first dove into the ocean. Same shade of green that Kallista witnessed when she was able to release a soul from a soul coin. Taking a look now, it didn't hit you at first because everything kind of has like around here that ambient glow to it. Proximus glowing just a little bit. Just a little bit. And even when there was that compulsion that came from Jade Jaw Bane, you're wondering if maybe Proximus was a little more susceptible to it, since he has a closer connection to death than the rest of you might.
Cool. I think right now her single hit point means she's not going to talk to him about that yet, but it's on a list.
I Proximus is going to go over to Kallista, and I have lay on hands, 30 points of lay on hands. I'll just put my hand on your shoulder and, are you okay?
This is the part where I would say I've been worse, but I don't actually know how true that is. But thank you.
Wow. This is the worst, huh? With us?
Well, with you all, certainly. I'm going to try to not make it a habit, but...
Yeah. Well, I believe we have a lot to fill you in on what we are here for, but and just coincidence that we ran into people that we know.
I've told you before, I don't believe in coincidences.
Well, I don't believe in this one either. But I also can't explain it. So
when you go to like take your, and I need to point out, you went to go heal her and she did not fight it this time like she did while we were on the Lullaby. I just want to point that out. But when you go to like take your hand
I
out,
also didn't ask on this one.
yeah, there's also that. But like before, she was like actively backing away from everybody, being like, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
As you're gonna like take your hand away, she'll like kind of catch it for a moment. Do you look a little green, and I don't mean that.
I thought that it was gray.
Okay. We'll talk later.
Okay.
You should go catch up.
Yeah. I believe it'll be a long catch up.
Let me know if you need anything.
Same.
Kallista, you do hear a voice behind you as Proximus goes to walk away. Will you be needing quarters and supplies then for all of you? And you turn to see that there is the pale Shatterkai elf Nim standing there. She's like this kind of darker makeup around her eyes, these very like long or pointed ears, shaved head. And she stands there. She's standing there kind of like with one hip cocked and her like arms crossed.
That would be helpful. Yes, please.
6 souls then?
I'm counting. Hold on. It's 6. 6?
At
8,
least.
6.
I think I'm looking around. Now I'm confused. Kallista's confused. What do you mean 6? There's 5 of us?
Well, you've got the one who went below decks, with the little shark man, not counting him, not a soul.
Okay. Okay.
You've got
Thank
the
you for that clarification. That was my next fear.
you've got the sleepy horse lady.
Mhm.
You've got the overly affectionate pink-haired mermaid lady. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Questions, not for now.
Mhm.
You've got the, I guess, Corvus Part 2. And then you seem to be carrying for 2 right now.
Gotcha. Unless the Shadowfell's about to get very weird on me, I think just 5 quarters is enough.
Mm-hmm.
I will, at this point, telepathically be like, hey, all that time loop stuff got really weird. You're still there, right?
Are you talking to Anders?
Yeah.
Yeah, a second goes by. You really think you get rid of me that easy, Callie?
I could hope. Please stop
Well,
calling me that.
how far has that gotten you?
Not
Also,
far enough, apparently.
great job, Shadowfell. Really hitting the mark on this one.
Well, it was one of the few places we didn't go before, so just trying to like fill out my passport.
Nim is just kind of looking at you, and she goes, "You're having a conversation in your head, aren't you?"
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 5
It's fine.
quarters would be lovely. Thank you.
Quarterdeck, nobody's using them.
Perfect. I will spread the word.
Derek, I'm assuming Nim was not quiet with that conversation.
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I think as some like Acacia's not making any is not being covert. She's actively listening, and she just like if she catches Kallista's eye, like she'll give her like a eyebrow raise of confusion. I'm like, okay, weird shit, but it's not the time to talk about it, so it's just a interesting little fact right now.
With that eye contact, I'll just kind of shrug, and then, assuming our mind link is still up.
I think it was like 3 hours or something like that,
Yeah.
so it should still be up.
Although I don't
still be
know.
up.
At this point, I feel like Kallista would know if Acacia by default like automatically broadcasts unless she knows not to. I don't necessarily want
I think
this
we
to go to
talked
everybody.
about this in
Yeah.
Discord at some point. I feel like there's like a split second, and maybe like Acacia has a decent insight. She can tell like
Okay.
like on vibes, like if this is something that should or shouldn't go out based off of initial tone and such. So,
I'd like to think that she will know the vibe of this, just to be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it is complicated.
Things usually are.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, because your face right then, as Nim said, you're talking with someone, did not look like you were having a good time.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Well, if you need to annoy whoever it is at some point, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah, that's I'll keep that in my back pocket. Thank you. I'll just say to Anders, like, hear that? We have options. Better behave.
Hey,
I'm trapped in a soul coin. Literally not much more you could do to me.
listen,
Ooh, that sounds like a challenge.
like, I have
Oh,
some ideas.
you're great at those.
I have some ideas, Kallista. You were not around when we took a trip to the stars and saw some shit, so we could figure something out.
Okay,
Worst
so I'm just
comes
gonna
to worst.
I'm gonna put that on the catch-up list
We
as
feed
well.
him to little
Okay.
Jeffrey.
That feels rude for little Jeffrey.
He's had worse.
Okay, more questions for the list for later. We really need to start sorting some stuff out, because I like gesture the direction that like Callisto and Corvus went. I'd be like, because I know some of that, but not enough apparently.
All I know is that, do we even know, Kaila, that Corvus and you were a thing? Because I can't remember if that was in our character, if we know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All I know is that Corvus and Scarlett were together, and Proximus was the student or something like that. But other than that, I know nothing. It was all ancient history way before I got there.
Okay.
Holy shit, Callie. What have you gotten yourself into?
That's a great question. I will throw you into this ocean if you call me Callie one more time.
Hold on, I'm bad at geometry. This isn't a love triangle. What is it? Like a quadrangle? No. Pentangle? It's tangled regardless. That's all I'm saying.
I still want to know if anyone in the mind link can hear that.
I would say at this point, here's what I will give you is there was a point where if I would got any more hurt and there was a mind link thing, that's gonna be what it was like. She's too focused on not dying, and it was gonna start bleeding over. She's feeling okay right now. I think I can still keep it separated, but maybe with some drinking, that'll change.
Someday.
Yeah.
Okay. Scarlett, what would you like to be doing?
Can I roll for confusion?
Yeah, I guess.
No, just Scarlett is very confused as to what the fuck is going on.
You could roll for insight and see like what she's picked up on.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's.
Okay.
Where is
Be a general read the room roll.
General read the room of a 16?
Okay. I think a 16 is enough to know that you are not dead, but in the Shadowfell. General knowledge of the Shadowfell, it's not necessarily a place of death, although like there's a couple of places that one can go when they die. You know, there's the ethereal plane. The Shadowfell is kind of like a waypoint. And so like you can travel there the same way you would travel to the Feywild. Like you're not from there, but you can go there. Although it is a waypoint that like souls go through until they reach the great beyond. Some are able to shortcut, especially if they've made deals, but most souls just like they end up here and they need to make their way to their final resting place, whether it be a resting place or not. And you know, probably some souls are less eager to do so. You look around and see a ship full of undead. Maybe they're serving time. Maybe they're worried about what happens with whatever's next, and so they're choosing this instead. Callisto's, it's interesting that she's here, right? Because she passed out. She was bound to the material plane. She had died. She was brought back. So the fact that she's here is interesting, that she hasn't moved on. So maybe a little curiosity about that. Corvus, also interesting. He probably had a place to go. You're realizing, oh, maybe not. Most beings, like, they go to where their gods are. His god's dead? Or false, at least. She at least ate him. Pretty sure. So maybe he's here because he has no other place to go. He doesn't necessarily seem miserable. In fact, I think the thing you're picking up the most on is that Callisto and Corvus seem to be pulling a Scarlett and Marcus. And
You mean
judging
not
by
Proximus and Connery?
well, I think the interesting thing is what with whatever Proximus had with Callisto, it shows she probably has a type at this point. So yeah, I think that there's some very intentional energy there. But nobody seems particularly miserable, although this does seem to be a sailing vessel. It is sailing on these seas, and you look around to see, it's like wide expanse. There's no natural light here. It all just has like this haze of green on otherwise like black grayscale sort of environment around you. The choppy black seas all about you, like obsidian, like gleaming just slightly with that green glow that seems to be everywhere. You can see little dots of light all cast about on the ocean. Very far off, as you look out, you see some great serpentine creature undulate in and out of and back into the water, but far enough off it doesn't seem to be particularly interested in you all. And you are left on the deck in this cold, airless sort of all the same familiar setting with faces that you thought you would never see again.
And instead of focusing on the things that are making my head spin, like I'm stuck back in the death soup, I'm going to do what I do best and find work to do on a ship.
Where would you like to go for that?
There, you had something.
No, I just have one thing before we go, like, continue on, so we can
Okay.
finish your thing. I just wanted to not forget, so chime it in.
Probably towards the front of the ship.
Okay. Heading towards the bow of the ship, you would see that Nim is just now walking away from Scarlet or from Kallista, and yeah, you would see some shades, some skeletons kind of milling about. You do see that as Nim is heading towards one of the stairways to the lower decks, a skeleton wearing a very jaunty hat is making his way up the steps and tips the hat at Nim, who just looks at him, goes, ugh, and goes walking past. And somehow the skeleton is whistling as he making kind of a jaunty sort of rattle towards you, and sees you, does this very deep bow, takes the hat off, deep bow. Well, hello. Welcome to the Guilty. My name is Mr. Bilge, and I am mighty happy to set my eye sockets upon such a lovely creature as yourself. I am this ship's here quartermaster, so if you're in need of any supplies, goods, or otherwise sundries, well, look no further, although you can look past and through, because I am a skelly man.
I will keep that in mind. I think I have everything covered for now.
I have a few things that I keep in mind, and he again takes off the hat and opens the cranium. You can see that there's like a pipe inside and a few dice, a few things. It's empty, you see, unless I put things in there. Got a lot on my mind, actually. It's fun being a skelly man. You get to make lots of jokes about it. You gotta find fun in it.
I'm glad you have found that then.
Yes, ma'am.
It was wonderful to meet you.
Are you got somewhere to be?
I'm going to make myself useful on this ship.
Useful? Well, I could certainly use help.
I'm scared to ask with what, Derek.
Oh, I got lots of things that need doing. We could sort different lengths of rope. We could brine things. I got lots of brine, lots of things to brine. Nothing been brined yet. I've been thinking about, well, we don't have a lot of food here in the Shadowfell, is one thing, you see. So I've been thinking about brining boots. See if I can make pickled boots. We could sort lengths of rope. I said that one already. You like whittling?
I don't actually. My friend, however, is very good at carving wood. It's that one who kind of looks like your first mate, and she'll point towards Proximus.
Well, I know a social deflection when I see one, but I'm going to take it all the same. Might if I'm meeting you, ma'am. He'll take the hat off. And he goes, "You there, wood boy." Sorry, Kaila, you ask for something and I give it to you. You're like, I don't want it anymore.
Why would I ever want that, Derek?
I love him.
I want to adopt him.
Right.
Every chapter, we're just picking up more and more characters.
Hey, we lost some crew in the Medusa fight, right? Was
Oh,
one of
yeah,
them the
for sure.
person?
You want the skeleton?
Oh,
I
it was
want
the
an actual
quartermaster.
skeleton crew. Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Bibbs, the Skelly Man.
I love him. Before I forget, Derek, there is one last thing I want to do. Acacia also remembers and does the horse startled thing to her feet. She's like, shit. And I'm going to take out my shell phone and I'm going to send a sending.
Okay.
I'm going to do the sending to the first person that comes to my brain, which is going to be Panvir. And I'm going to be like, hey, we're alive. Tell Marcus we have the thing, but we're stuck in the Shadowfell. Fuck.
Okay. I will need a roll because you are on a different plane.
Yeah.
So it's D100.
Yeah.
If you get a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it does not go through.
1, 1 second. I'm rolling on whatchamacallit. I got a 100.
Okay, well, pretty successful then. Okay, you send that message through to Panveer, and you hear his voice is a little confused. You have the thing? That's weird. You've only been gone an hour or two? Wait, Shadowfell? What? No. Bring me back a skull. And hurry up. Marcus is angsty. But
I pause, and I in the mind link, I'm like, I'm gonna send a second sending to the material. I'm gonna message Marcus. Does anyone else have anything you want me to say or not say?
Can someone remove themselves from a mind link? Or is Winnie, like, getting interrupted in her trance? Like, can she sleep through this?
You can ask me, and I will remove you.
Okay. In which case...
Winnie has left the group chat, just
Yes.
appears.
Yeah. I think, okay, if we can retcon just a smidge, Winnie will drop a... Don't go too far down below decks, there's will-o'-the-wisps. Can you boot
then
me?
you turn
Yeah.
off notifications.
Yeah. D&D. But it means
I'll-
do not disturb.
Do not disturb, yeah.
I
Yeah.
will remove you from the group chat. But yeah, go back to the present day. I have asked everyone if there's anything else you want me to say or not say.
Seems like it's all fair game.
Okay, actually, I lied. I'm gonna message Connery instead.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we got the Elder Ring, but we're stuck in the Shadowfell. Not sure how we're getting back yet. Also, Callisto and Corvus are here. Oh, let me roll the percentile. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like a 67.
Okay. I don't know how to help you with that. Figure it out. Tell the old girl I miss her. And don't be a pain in her ass. Or I think she'll haunt me.
I will send one more sending. Because I feel like this needs a response. Sorry, everybody. Actually, I check in. Does anyone else need any sendings before I...
I really hope not.
Above table, I will say no. I mean, when he's
Okay,
asleep,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
I rolled a 61. It's fine. Me being the pain is not the problem. Will do. Just letting you know in case there's time shenanigans and not to wait too long.
The seas cleared up an hour or two ago. We can wait a few days. We'll keep eye out for unfriendlies. And we'll send if we have to move.
And I won't follow that up with a final sending. That's good. Now I need to go find a skull, so I'm just gonna look around the ship, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
not a lot of unassigned skulls is the problem.
Yeah, so
All
I'm
currently
just,
in use.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out. If
Fair
I
enough.
find one, great.
They should have spares instead of like the surgery. It's just like a little cabinet of bones.
Oh my god. Yes.
There's so many connotations to it.
I will go to the surgery and look there, but other than that, I'm done.
Yeah, no, the surgeon's quarters literally is just storage at this point. You can see that there are like crates in there that are all like molded and don't really have like anything in them, maybe like rotten fruit and vegetables in them. And then you see the will o' the wisps as well.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I GTFO away from them because 16 HP, baby.
Yeah.
And Kallista definitely should not.
Well, I'm better now with the lay on hands.
Oh, that's
now,
true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I'm at a whole 25% of my HP.
Hi. Winnie, I know that you're trancing. Why don't you roll me a d20? This is going to be a luck roll.
Okay, I can do that. I'm gonna use my Winnie die. What does 9 get me? I cannot read.
Okay. Oh. Um.
Is that the first lotto number?
So, this would be an attack at advantage because you are kind of compromised a little bit. You're trancing.
I'm super
Uh,
compromised.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the attack advantage was a 19 on the die plus 4. So that is a 23.
That'll
Uh,
hit.
Yeah. So Winnie, you're going to take 12 points of lightning damage.
Oh, oh, how cute though. Her hair's gonna like stand out on end and stuff. Also, that was half her health, so. Good,
Okay.
Good for you. Well, it depends, I guess, on how long she's been trancing and how you do. Like, is it like a progression across the 4 hours, or like when she hits 4 hours, it's full?
I think it's when you hit 4 hours.
I think it's when you hit 4.
Full. Yeah. So I will say that you wake up at this point to see that a will-o'-the-wisp has found its way into the quarters with you and has like attached itself to your arm, and you feel an electrical jolt and look down to see that there are like blackened veins next to where this will-o'-the-wisp has attached to you. And
Winnie
it
says
is...
some very not good words that I'm not going to say on stream because the combination of them is a little extreme, even for me. And if you know me, I swear a lot. So yeah, she's gonna be real mad about that.
Okay. Well, what would you like to do about it? Because leech-like, it is now trying to sap your life force from you.
It's weird. I don't think you're gonna like it.
That doesn't matter?
It doesn't. And I'm just gonna ask, can little Jeffrey bite it off and put it in the bag of holding? I'll understand if you say no.
Yes
Also,
to the first
what a useless
big-
little creature to not wake me up. That is not.
He also
to be,
rests. Unless you put him in sentry mode.
To be clear, that is not
Okay.
part of his mechanic.
The character
I'm not
bleed
arguing
of,
that.
No, what I'm going to argue is the character bleed of Winnie and Eva is so intense that I have to imagine that you snuggle little Jeffrey the way you snuggle our cat, and it's just forehead to forehead, where he's like curled into a ball. He goes into like the teddy bear mode,
My little boy.
and that's a setting that I firmly believe that Winnie installed.
She pulls out his little sleep suit that's like a little bear, like
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so he's not just metal on forehead. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and have little Jeffrey roll for an attack.
Ooh, I actually have his sheet up at the moment. 13, 5, 18?
An 18 does not hit.
Wow, those things are wily.
They have a 19 AC. And so as little Jeffrey goes to bite, his little chompers go right through the thing. Let's go ahead. We're going to do a tete-a-tete here. So anything you would like to do?
Oh, I rolled initiative because that's what I thought you were going to say. Fuck me. Anything I would like to do is... Do I have the spell slot for this is the question. Okay. I guess they are they fly, right? Like they're not
They do float, yeah.
They don't need to
hover.
be supported by anything.
Correct.
Is there a window that I can see?
Not in the room where you are.
And is the door open?
If you left it open, probably not though, right?
No, I didn't know if like it came in from like
no,
an
they can
obvious
move
place or-
through objects.
Okay, and it's not a big room, right?
Not particularly.
Cool. I would like to Oh. You said there's no window.
Right.
Jenn, I need you to cut me some slack because I know exactly.
No,
I'm
you would
also
like to
full of regret.
vor.
I would.
It's fine.
We all heard it.
You eat me, I'll eat you. How big is this room?
We can say it's like, what, 10 by 15?
Okay. And it was leeching my life by touching me.
Yeah, it was like attached to you, very, very leech mosquito-like.
I would like to attempt to vortex warp it across the room, away from me. Could it give me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. As +0 to con. That's only a 9.
Okay. It is warped vortexly, as far across the room as possible.
Okay.
And I guess my bonus action, I would like to healing word.
Okay. How much do you heal for?
I don't know. 5 plus 1d4. Like, not a lot. 2, so 7.
Okay.
Do I, or is it, like, halved? Because...
You seem to heal just fine.
Okay, I love that phrasing.
Okay. The Will-o'-the-Wisp is vortex warped across this 15-foot room, and it seems to let out this like burst of illumination as it zooms back over to you, has 50 feet of hover movement, and goes to attach itself once again. So with that in mind, that is an 18 on the die plus 4, so that is a 22. It is going to hit you for 10 points of lightning damage. I can't hear you.
It's because I'm muted.
Your rebuttal.
Excuse me?
Your rebuttal.
Oh, rebuttal.
I heard the same thing you did. You're fine.
Thank you.
Was it you're a butthole?
Yup.
Yeah, okay.
Great. Can't wait for that clip.
I would
Your
like...
rebuttal. Really need
Little
to do
Jeffrey.
the unique New York. Unique New York.
I would really like little Jeffrey to open the door for me. And I would like to use my bonus action to click my heels and use my boots the winding path. I was looking at Misty Step, so I was confused. 15 feet out the door. If I can see, like, at an angle.
Okay.
If not, to the door.
Yeah.
And then I will use my movement to move 30 feet away.
Yeah, you find yourself back on the middle deck, and as you do, a few of the skeletons and shades kind of look as you've like teleported and run out here, and a rather jaunty skeleton with the hat sees you and goes, "Oh, what's the hurry there? You look like somebody ruined your nap."
You were very astute. They did. I almost died. If you'll excuse me. She's gonna smack her hands together. And I think Kallista would recognize this because I'm pretty sure it's the same spell. She's gonna get her hamster ball.
Jesus.
around
Your
her.
resilient sphere.
My resilient sphere.
So it's a thing you can do on purpose, not just an accidental tonic thing.
Yes, yeah,
Incredible.
it was a coincidence that the
Kallista
tonic.
will think that you just drank the tonic again.
That's fair. It is. Oh, thank God. That is. I am willing, so that's fine. Is there, perhaps a reason that, you
They're
have?
just poking the hamster ball. This is really
That's
nice. I
fine.
like this. I need to give me
It
one
does.
of these.
To be fair, it does like fit around Winnie like a little suit. This is not like an actual
Is
round
it?
ball. It says the sphere is weightless and just large enough to contain the creature or object inside.
But it is a sphere.
I guess it is
also
a
says
sphere.
that to move, you have to roll it. It is a hamster ball. So you also can't go anywhere unless you're rolling the ball.
Yeah, it does say push against it. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. No, I'm terribly familiar with this spell.
I mean, I'm fine with that either way, but yeah, no, it is an actual sphere. Is there a reason that guests are being fed upon when they're trying to nap?
Oh, one of the downstairs vomits come after you. We don't often have too many of you mortal folk aboard. They're just, you have to understand, they're a bit peckish. I'm gonna get the broom and I'm gonna take care of them. Don't you worry none about it.
Winnie's gonna cough blood on the inside of the sphere.
Okay.
Is
Well,
there
you
perhaps somewhere better I should nap? Or something?
You know what? There's plenty of places to nap. I believe Nim is showing your other friend getting some accommodation set up for you. Your friend with the horns, and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna have a talking to all of them willers and whips, and I'm gonna see to that one and make sure that they don't bother you no more. I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now they don't call me a master of quarters for nothing.
I will consider that in my Yelp review.
Is that where you just scream at people?
I'm 2 seconds from fucking losing it, so yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
few places better to lose it than the Shadowfell. Shadowfell has a way of bringing things back to you, you know. Everything you ever lost is going to come back to you in the Shadowfell. That's for darn tootin'.
Cool. If you'll excuse me,
Oh, well.
Winnie is going to push her ball to the edge of the railing and scream into the void.
Sorry, this is... I'm love Gravity Falls, and this will always make me think of Mabel and a hamster ball, because I think Winnie is very Mabel from Gravity Falls coded. Yeah,
She absolutely has the sweater. She just never has an opportunity to wear it.
She has the one that like lights up, or the one
Yeah.
that says like meow. It's a cat, or it's a dog playing basketball.
She has Mabel's entire wardrobe.
the entire wardrobe.
But yeah, screaming into the void is Winnie's new.
When we go to the north, that's going to be you the void does not scream back, and you see Mr. Bilge go clattering off he grabs a broom, and you see him walk into the room going, "Well, it's you. I figured it would be," and he. You hear him kind of smacking around with the broom a little bit. He comes back out and wipes his brow. I don't even sweat.
Thank you.
Okay. With that, orders are made available to you all. You see that the ship does have a heading, although without stars or any sort of guidance in the sky whatsoever. You're not exactly sure if there even are cardinal directions that you would be moving towards. And yet you move forward all the same. That said, anything else you all would like to do before you reach port?
How long until we reach port? Do we have enough for a long rest, short rest?
You will have enough for a long rest, absolutely.
Thank you. I'm going to do that. And
Thank fuck.
I get that life drain back, right? In terms
Yeah,
of,
your long rest, the hit point, yeah, absolutely. A long rest does remove that feature.
condition. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
the condition. Thank you.
cool. I love that. Thank you.
Winnie would like to spend her extra 4 hours catching up with Callisto if there's time. Like if Callisto is not busy. Otherwise, I think not being 9 points from death. Is that where she was? Yep.
Jesus.
9 points. Man, I talk a lot of shit about Healing Word, but saved my ass right there. Otherwise, she's going to make her way around the top deck and talk to the crew. And
Are you dropping the resilience sphere, or are you trying to fit through the captain's quarters? Like,
no, it only
pressing the ball
lasts.
against the door
It
frame?
only lasts for a minute. It
Okay.
was up until the quarters were clear. It's concentration. I cannot sleep with it or trance with it. So yeah, it is down.
Okay. Yeah, you could knock on Callisto's door, and you would hear a sharp voice from inside.
Is there a sock
Enter.
on it? Because I will not.
No.
Okay,
There's now the chorus doesn't wear socks, so
that tracks.
there's not like a
Callisto
puka
might.
shell ankle bracelet.
So specific.
How's that the most insulting thing I've ever said about him? I don't know. It's very specific. Yeah.
Hello, Captain. It's me, Winnie.
I know who you are, Winnie.
I did not realize you opened the door. That's on me. I just wanted to see how you're doing and catch up and learn a little bit more about you in the Shadowfell and stuff. If you're up for it. Normally I would say, we could talk over like a charcuterie board or something, but I don't feel like that's really appropriate here.
Did you say charcuterie board?
No, you shouldn't eat sharks.
All right. Yes. Have a seat. You walk in and see that Callisto's captain's quarters are very different from when you knew her on the material plane. On the material plane, her captain's quarters were almost non-existent. Right? Connery had a significant portion because she just didn't sleep. She was always at the helm. There was a war room where there was, the battle map table and some bookshelves, but everything was kind of like dusty and dark. Things in here, it's a very different setting to the outside of the ship. The boards still seem darkened and even like semi-rotted, but still stable. But there is a war table which does feature a series of maps, stacks of books on them. You can see that there is a number of like candles that are lit about. She does have paintings which all kind of decorate about as well, which is probably the most color you've seen, besides the color of green since you entered this plane. And she does have this very well put together captain's desk that she sits at. There are 2 chairs that are plush but old, that sit where at the opposite end of where she does, and you can see that she is jotting something onto a map that is almost like reversed in color, where the entirety of what would be blue with the ocean is all black and the lines are white, and you can see that she is charting something using a white coal pencil. And she gestures to one of the chairs for you to sit down.
I'm gonna sit. And I'll have little Jeffrey on my lap because I know how much he likes tables.
As you sit, you look up and you can see that like hanging over her desk is a small draconic skeleton, wyvern-esque, but still, I mean, small enough to just kind of like hang over and like loom over the desk itself. And she has a little bit of bone decor in here all the same, but still no bed that you can necessarily see, nothing terribly plush apart from the chair you sit on. And she closes the book and leans back in her chair. So, it's nice to see you, Winnie. I don't mean to be short with you. I know that time together was plagued with turmoil, but now it seems that we have a lot more time, so I don't necessarily want to seem like I am being impatient, but I am a captain all the same, and I do have a date in a few hours, so as verbose as I know you can be, what questions do you have for me?
Well, I was just kind of wondering, like, what if you can tell me? It's okay if you can't, but what kind of mission you're on that has like a hold full of wisps?
Yes, I am on a mission of salvation.
That sounds
We
complicated.
It is. When I first made my way to the Shadowfell, when I shuffled off my mortal coil, when my curse was broken, I was given a choice by higher powers, let's say.
Is one of them
And
a kobold?
what? No.
Okay, just asking. Just asking.
Right. No. I was given the choice to settle up my misdeeds in two very distinct ways. I read one of them as significantly more unpleasant than the other. And this that I find myself doing now, this new set of shackles I find myself bound to, is my lesser of two evils. And I mean that somewhat literally. I was not a good person for quite some time in my mortal life, Winnie, and it did not go unnoticed. So I am doing my civic duty. I'm trying to rescue souls from this ocean of death, this dead sea. And I am trying to bring them to safer shores until they can find themselves somewhere better to move on to. And in so doing, hopefully transport those souls to better places, though that has been significantly more difficult of late.
Because of just the natural Shadowfell, or because someone's out to get them?
Don't get me wrong, the Shadowfell itself is treacherous. It is
It
full
seems
of...
pretty. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
bad about it, but
Oh, no, it can be quite dangerous. Everything that dies in the seas of Damaris has a chance of ending up here in a less alive form. Sea serpents, krakens, all various manners of beings that will die and reside here and seek to consume what they can. It's unending cycle, you understand. But there is one being in particular that has been a thorn in our sides, sides of all those wishing to pass on. Is this is not a safe journey that one must make to find the Hall of Doors. The Hall of Doors is hopefully where every soul can find its way to and find their beyond, a place of interplanar travel for spirits. But in these seas, haunting the shores near the Hall of Doors is a being that I have come to learn in my time here is called the Second Death. And is a great creature that seeks to prevent any souls from passing through. And his unending hunger is a second and final death. And so many souls just reside here in the Shadowfell. They find a ship or a port, and I have offered that my ship to many souls out there, as you can see, and I shepherd those that I can to safe ports. But I also cannot rest until I can see my own misdeeds undone. And so stands in the way of my final rest as well.
What was he?
What was As far as I've ever heard, this is all he's ever been. But he's only grown. And from a sea serpent is perhaps a misnomer. Serpentine, absolutely. But it's described more of having a circular mouth of teeth. Not necessarily a jaw. And an unclosing, ever-consuming maw that souls will find their way into as he thrashes the ocean about, and they say it's like a wall of eel-like flesh that will surround a ship and take it down before you can do anything about it.
How do you avoid him?
Well, I think that's the problem, Winnie. We don't. We haven't. We can't. I haven't tried. I have heard some ships say they're going to, and then I've never seen those ships again. Since I've been here, I've not known a soul to pass on, Winnie. Souls are trapped here in the Shadowfell. They cannot make their way to the Hall of Doors.
That's been so long. That's so bad.
It's the same for Corvus, as he's told me. He's been here for longer than I have. So we are making port to Fiddler's Green now, as that is the larger ports, safer ports. It's where we make berth.
I'm sorry, that's real rough.
Rougher still for all of you, as I understand it. That is your main way out of this place. Any mortal, really.
Fiddler's Green, you mean?
Oh no, the Hall of Doors, I mean.
Oh, I was worried that's what you meant, but
Fiddler's Green is it's a halfway point.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Is there anything that would be that I could do to help you out on the ship, or anyone I should talk to about helping out on the ship?
We have a
I tried
significant...
just screaming, but it doesn't really help anyone.
Oh no, the Shadowfell gets plenty of that already. No, there's nothing that really needs done. We have a very sufficient crew, a very well put together crew. If you're looking to sort various lengths of rope, you can talk to Mr. Bilge. He has a particular hobby for that sort of thing. I would stay out of Nim's way. She is more than competent. We shouldn't be on the ocean for too much longer. And once we hit Fiddler's Green, perhaps we can find somewhere next for you. Or somewhere just for you to rest for a while. Perhaps a home.
Oh. No, I don't think... no. No, I'm still alive. I don't think a home here is a good idea. But thank
Shadowfell
you.
isn't just for the dead, Winnie. The Shadowkai live here.
Yeah, I got a family. And...
Many beings here had families.
Well, they're still alive, as far as I know.
Sure. And so are the families of many of the beings here.
Yeah. So I would
Yes.
just like to get back to them is all I'm saying. So
Of
that's
course
what I'll
you
be
would.
doing.
You have
Yeah.
so much in common.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Hey, I don't really want to ask this. Wait, quick above table question.
Mhm.
By now, we all know Eula is like a question mark? Or has that not been shared?
I think more
I
of
was-
a question mark than anything.
Yeah.
You received a lot of
I think it was vaguely mentioned, but again, there's not a whole lot of information.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of
right.
hints that she is not
Like
dead,
Scarlett
dead.
heard not dead, but like that's
Mhm.
it.
It was
And that was shared with.
Scarlett vaguely mentioned it among other concerning sentences in rapid fire in the Hells when you all met Kallista at the tavern. It was like, oh, blah, 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 we
Yeah.
killed a god. And then Scarlett goes, well, she's not dead. And you all went, what? She went, we'll talk about it later. And then later
Yeah.
never
We
happened.
have never had time.
That should
Yeah.
be a
on everything.
shared.
That's why I want the in,
concern list.
in
So-
between season of Callista, you know, asking all
Yeah.
the concerning questions.
It's okay. I have a list. We'll figure out how we handle that at a later time. It's fine.
So, Captain, have you... I don't really want to ask this, I think, for obvious reasons, but I feel like it needs to be said. Have you seen or heard of Eula in the Shadowfell, recently, or if ever?
Gods no. No, I assume that if she died at all, well, I assume she died. There's some weirdness going on, right? She was kind of a goddess of sorts.
It's really weird because she was like also an island and like also like super powerful, but like
If she was going to go anywhere, she'd go back to her home plane. Gods don't really pass through the Shadowfell.
well, I'm not
They
gonna go
get
there.
sort
to
of
find
a
out.
one-way ticket. And I'm honestly not sure where Eula originated from, whether it be the plane of water or somewhere worse.
But not here, is what you're saying, probably.
She did not originate from here. I'm not sure that my current employer would allow such things.
Big boss person.
Yes, she's a real badass bitch, real boss bitch.
Cool. Girl boss, gatekeep. Something. Okay. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a lovely date. I'm gonna go journal. And maybe make some potions. Yeah.
We'll catch up on your end later, Winnie, since you all have clearly been doing a lot. Your little Gregory looks more
Isn't he
significant.
cute? Yeah, he's pretty beefed up. I got some plans for the future, but
Like
I
three
don't really
times the
have...
size from the last time I saw him. I didn't know
He's
he'd
a
grow.
growing boy. Yeah, it's all the table legs. Hey, real quick. Do you get a lot of like elder activity in here? Like passing through, or like not like the actual elders, that'd probably be silly, but like, you know, echoes, or like, I don't know, scholars or anybody.
You're asking... Oh, people who know about the elders. So your
Sure.
questions are very concerning today, Winnie, although I suppose they always have been.
Hey, I really hate to say that we don't have a lot of good news about the material plane. So, yeah. Like, it's, yeah.
Fiddler's Green has lots of people there. You might be able to find someone.
It's a good point. Jeffrey, make a note.
Am I gonna hit puberty?
What level are we? Oh man, we're getting close. Yeah, probably.
We should find more elder rings.
Yeah, probably. Well, the thing is it's not about finding them; it's about getting them back. So, you got to help me crowdsource an idea to get to that hall. Okay.
And then I can hit puberty.
Then you can hit puberty. Do you want to upgrade your little cannon? Your little...
That's a personal question.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, yeah, that's all Winnie's got. And, yeah, she'll, go back to, unoccupied cabin and, hang out till everyone else wakes up.
Nim has prepared some bedrolls for you at least to. Does Winnie like lie down when she trances? I guess I've always imagined her like kneeling or like sitting crisscross applesauce when she
I think
meditates.
it's usually crisscross
trances.
applesauce, like with her back up against something.
Mm.
Because I think that's an easier position for her to brace in. But also, I think in her cabin she does have like a little hammock, which seems more fun. So
You trance a bunch of ways, just like standing straight up, staring at the doorway. So if anybody walks in,
that seems very bad on a ship.
headstands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you go to trance, then let's go ahead and take our break. We'll be back in probably about 10 to 15. It is the time of year when we here at Sword and Key Farms have to take care of our horses. So we appreciate your patience with our ad break as they need hay. And we're going to feed them. So stick around, enjoy our ad reel. Please make use of any of our discount codes. And please check out the donation link for Feeding America. And there are less than 5 hours left to apply to play in one of 7 games for December, all raising money for Project Hope. Stick around. We'll be back. And we're back.
Okay.
Avast and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Rise and Skull. So, you're in the Shadowfell. You're aboard the ship The Guilty, a ship that is captained by Captain Kallista Everhart, a person that you never thought you'd see again when she died, when her curse was lifted and she died once again and passed on. Now you've learned that her fate is bound to this plane, much as you all seem to be at this moment, as she has relayed to Winnie that there's not really a very clear out for all of you right now. You're all, I mean, you're not dead, so you have a better out than a lot of the other beings here. But yeah, Winnie at least caught up a little bit, learned about the second death, a great sea beast that seems to be preventing most souls from passing on in this plane. And you are heading towards Fiddler's Green, a port that seems to be the current but not permanent resting place for many of the spirits and beings that reside here in the oceanic Shadowfell. And so, as the ship The Guilty lurches forward in the oceans, these obsidian seas, its time passes by. You all get your rest, as restful as it can be in this place where everything still feels unsettling. It's a place that you as living beings aren't really meant to be. There's always going to be this tether that pulls you back to the material plane. But you get your long rest mechanically all the same. And several hours later, you hear the bell ringing above, not a warning bell, but a bell of impending harbor. And as you all would rise back to the top deck, you would be able to see that ahead, just off the bow, is a glowing city. It seems to be set into a hill with buildings that rise up with the hill itself. No massive structures. There's no castle here. There's no fortress. There's no significant statues or great monuments. It is both a humble city, but also magnificent to see all the same, because it is a city that glows with this luminance, this green luminance that you can see like a beacon from far away. And it isn't too much longer before your ship is pulling into port, docking alongside several other ships, all of similar quality, both sturdy and also like dilapidated at the same time. This dichotomy that they all seem to subsist of. And the boardwalk is lowered, and different than maybe your ships, unlike your ships, where the crew would line up and begin to bring goods on or off, or go on for shore leave. The skeletons and shades just continue about. They continue to work. There is no rest for these wicked. And you do see that the portholes on the side of the middle deck are opened, where cannon ports might be are opened, and all of those wisps. I'm never going to be able to do that. I don't know why I introduced these damn things. All these will-o'-the-wisps begin to flow out. This great deluge of light. All of these little balls, these beacons of light that just flow out and up into the city, further adding to the great glow of it all as they add to that same similar light. And again, you look up this hill, and as far as you can see, that there are buildings, structures made of wood and stone. You don't see a lot of life here. Everything is very grayscale. Again, the skies above, overcast with these unending black clouds, that green light kind of cast everywhere. And you would see beings moving in the city as well. Some floating, some walking, some quadrupedal, some bipedal. But it seems to be a city that is both dead and alive all the same. And with that, you have made it to Fiddler's Green. What would you all like to do?
I just have a really random Shadowfell question.
Mhm.
It's more about how planes work. So the Shadowfell is a parallel plane. It's overlaid on top of the material. Do they share the same sky?
With the material plane?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. The way that I've thought about it with like both the Feywild and the Shadowfell is the as above so below concept, that the Feywild and Shadowfell do overlap, but they are still separate places. I think the sky is likely the same, although accessing it in the same way you would in the material plane is going to be different, and the way that you're going to perceive it is going to be different. I think even though it looks like the same distance, you are so much more removed from the stars than you could conceive of in this place, because you are so separated from you're a step away from them.
Yeah.
And taking that step is such a significant action. Like it's planar traversal to do so. But there are reflections of that's a big thing people kind of do with Shadowfell, is it is a reflection of the world above, just twisted and different. And quite possibly this is a port that might exist on the material plane, but different. It's not one you necessarily recognize.
Okay.
So I'll put that out there.
I like to think of it potentially there's like a quote unquote film between me and the sky, and I would have to like bust through that to do any fun star stuff.
Yeah, and even like getting that would be planar travel to bust through that film. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. I was just a random question, so sorry.
No, that's a fair
Continuing
question.
on.
I also, since we're doing random questions, and Winnie has more than 9 hit points, and can think about something else. Rollin has talked to us about the rings, what is and isn't okay. Right? Like, we're not really supposed to put it in, like, the bag of holding, etc., etc.
You really should not put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about you can't actually. Sorry, the bag of holding is
This
fine.
one
You
doesn't
shouldn't put
fit, I think.
But it's already in an extra plane or an
Yeah.
extra dimensional space, and you shouldn't put an extra dimensional space in an extra dimensional space. But you have transported the rings in a bag of holding before.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you said that was like a one-off or if the teleporting was one-off.
I think you shrunk it and then put it in a bag of holding. I think that's fine. It's in an extra dimensional space right now. I don't think that's a big deal. The
Okay.
teleporting's the big thing.
So, from what Rollin has said, Winnie would ask, hey, could we take the chest that it's in, stash it on the ethereal plane via whatever that spell is? Fuck.
Blink?
I think it's... No, that's your person. I think it's Liamon's... It's always Liamon's something.
Oh, Liam's tiny hut.
No, it's
there's
Liamon's magic
the
chest or something.
Okay,
The
yes.
magic chest one. Okay.
Sorry, I had it open, but it didn't have the name of the item. Liamon's secret chest. You hide a chest and all its contents on the ethereal plane. You must touch it, and a miniature replica that serves in material components, blah blah. It might not be big enough. Well, no, because it's already an existing chest. While it remains on the ethereal plane, you can take a magic action, touch the replica to recall the chest. It appears in an unoccupied space on the ground within 5 feet of you. So
Okay.
could we stash it from here on the ethereal plane, and then later, from the material plane, retrieve it from the ethereal plane?
A little pocket.
Like a little pocket. And this is not me, like, above table trying to circumvent the, like, hey, no teleporting with it or whatever, like...
Well, no, because, I mean, ultimately...
Because it is different, but also, like...
let's see. You can send the chest back to the ethereal plane by taking a magic action. After 60 days, there is a cumulative 5% chance at the end of each day that the spell ends. Oh. Okay, so... Wait, there's a 5% chance that the spell ends. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this cumulative? Does that mean it doesn't mean like on day 2 there's a 10% chance, right?
That's my understanding.
Yeah. Spell ends and the larger chest remains there. Okay.
Which then gets into weird timey-wimey shit about 60 days where.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say.
And I'm fine. I remembered this spell and I thought I should ask.
If you want to use the chest as a, hey, I'm worried about somebody stealing this when we have it and I want to put it in this chest, that's fine. If this is a, hey, I want to store it in this chest and then plane shift ourselves and then pull it out of the chest and circumvent all of that, less okay, kind of undoes the point of our campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we picked a pirating campaign. I get that teleportation's fun. It absolutely undoes everything about ship travel.
Yeah.
So,
no,
with that in mind,
sort of like a, hey, let's, yeah.
if you want a magical safe, that's fine. I would also just say that, I mean, what happens when the spell ends? It appears on an unoccupied space on the ground within 5 feet of you. Is that
I think where the tiny replica chest is.
okay? So there's just, you run the risk for every day, given that there is a 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. I mean, 60 days also feels wild because 5 times 60 is not 100.
I feel like
So
it's after the 60 days.
Yeah,
after
it's
the 60
after.
days,
You
yeah.
start
You have
accruing that chance.
2
Oh,
months.
I see. After
Yeah.
60 days, there is a cumulative. Okay, that's
I
fine.
was like,
Yes,
no, I would
see it.
not do it if it was starting today.
I see.
Yeah.
It. That shows my ability to read spells on the fly, and so it's not good.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to keep it as like a little magical safe that you can recall, that's fine.
The real,
Okay.
Are you thinking about doing this in terms of being able to transport the Elder Ring back? We teleport and then you cast Secret Chest again.
Well, I would dispel it for it to come back. Or use the magic action, but
Yeah.
yeah. Not necessarily. It just kind of freeing up, because I know it's like hidden from most things at this point, but it's just like a physical item that we kind of have to worry about at the moment. So like that extra level of, and we don't have the ship with its like fancy extra dimensional space right now. So yeah, I think Winnie, after everyone wakes up, shares what Callisto, dang it, I've been so good about
The
it.
first one! It's the first one!
On
We made
screen.
it after break!
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious when Proximus does it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, yes, so, Winnie would then propose this option. Because, like, she's not gonna just, like, walk up to Acacia's back and then, like, slap a little miniature chest down and disappear the real one. That's a jerk move. But, like, what do you guys think? Just, like, storing it safely on another plane, because this plane kind of sucks.
Clever, honestly.
Thank you. I got some sleep.
You look much better. Are you doing okay?
I'm working through some trust issues, but not with you guys. So, yeah. But
Does it
I
have
am.
anything to do with you punching Scarlett?
No, she asked for it.
That was a pretty good, like, surprise attack, though.
Yeah. Genuine surprise on Scarlett's face. Did I say I was sorry? I didn't mean to hit you that hard. It just kind of happened. Sorry.
It was a great distraction.
Yeah, thanks. It was a very good idea, Scarlett. So yeah. Yeah.
I think tucking it away somewhere is a good idea.
Secret pocket?
Secret pocket.
Alright. Then I'll cast it.
And then I will tie up the rope that is now slack.
Do you wanna... I think I have to be the one to...
Hold the little tiny chest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that has to touch it to bring it back. Seems weird. But yeah. Just an action, that's convenient. Do you want to carry or do you want me to?
You have so many pockets, Winnie.
I do have a lot of pockets, and they're not all magical.
Just choose a good one that's gonna be protected against pickpockets.
Yeah, question, Derek. It's a magic item, but it's no longer essentially a portable hole. Since it's just a replica now, I can shove it into a extra dimensional space. It's okay if you say no.
You're just putting the token in there. It's not the actual item
Yeah.
itself, because the item itself is on the ethereal plane, so it shouldn't be
Correct.
an issue.
Okay. Then, just so everybody knows, it's just in the bag of holding.
In little Jeffrey's tummy. Got it.
Yeah. But so if you need it and I'm not around for some reason, you should know where it is. I guess you could just dump out the bag, but anyway. Well, that's how you find out what's in it. Otherwise, you can't just grab stuff if you don't know what's in there.
The amount
Yeah,
of
help me take a dump.
No, we talked about
Let's
this, little
go.
Jeffrey.
I think we need to continue on now.
I'm a hungry hippocampus.
Little Jeffrey.
And scene.
He's picking up some bad habits.
Yeah. He
He gets it from his mama.
Panveer.
I was
Yeah.
programmed this way.
Oh, Derek, just so I know, I don't think there is a huge difference, except for duration. Were you looking at Legacy or 2024 rules?
It was like 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I haven't updated anything, I have been preparing Legacy, but I think it just changes it from... I just think it changes the duration. So I will use 2024. Cool.
I think the difference is instantaneous or until dispelled. So
Yeah.
doesn't really seem like much of a difference. Okay, cool. Like I said, made it to Fiddler's Green. You have placed the Elder Ring in an extra dimensional space, but circumvented the weirdness of that. Since we know one of the dimensions is the ethereal plane, not just a pocket dimension. Now to look up what lives on the ethereal plane. All the same,
It's still protected. It still has the
it is
little...
still protected. It is.
It's just a random fucking chest with 4 locks. 4 arcane locks.
No keys.
Which means I can't remember if Blink does put you on the ethereal plane.
does.
But that also, yeah, that just means
And
that
when he
like,
does
when
have
somebody
that
casts
prepared.
Blink, there's all of a sudden a chest there for some reason. Like trip over it. Fuck. Um,
Maybe we'll just go and check on it every once in a while.
Oh my god, that's so good.
cool. You've got a port ready for you. It's strange because it does feel like a ghost town. Like even though there is movement about, like you've been to plenty of ports. Ports are always bustling. They're always bringing in goods or transporting things out. There's always fishing vessels. There's no fishing vessels. There's none of the ships seem to be really moving out. There's a few that are moving in, and most of the movement you see are those balls of light, which gives it like a beautiful and transfixing and almost haunting image to it, but with all of these what are souls just floating out, souls that that if they don't pass on given more time will just cease to exist. And so this absolutely is a waypoint. It's intended to be a waypoint, and yet it's become a resting place, and a final resting place for so many.
As we're beginning to, I turn to the rest of the group. Have we decided what we're doing next? Where we're going?
Mm.
Well, I think our main destination is the Hall of Doors, right?
But do we know where that is?
On the other side of the Soul Eater or whatever.
Which is where?
Sorry, Mr. Second Death, I think. No, Callisto had a map.
Mr. Second Death was his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could ask around about, okay. Is it on the map on Callisto's table? Like, would Winnie have seen? Yeah, okay.
Like everybody knows where it is. It is an ultimate goal that people try to get to. It is some distance away.
I will sketch out a map for Acacia.
Yeah, again, like cardinal directions being weird. The best way to describe it would be down, but not in the way that we'd think of it in the material plane.
Okay.
Thanks. I hate that too.
We have a general idea on where this is. So, I guess information gathering and not getting killed. So a normal day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a frighteningly common to-do list.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Are we splitting up, or does anyone have any like wacky ideas that we should probably talk through and or quash now? Or are we just going to be cool about stuff?
I have the wacky idea of really needing a drink. I'm going to go find the tavern.
Oh, I like that idea.
You do see that Corvus is walking up. He's walking away from Callisto at this point, and he comes over and kind of pats Proximus pretty hard on the back. We should go get a drink. I don't know if anybody has suggested that already.
By the way, I don't think we've been formally introduced. I'm Acacia.
Oh, hello. I am Corvus. It is nice to meet you. Can I do the ha-ha?
Yeah,
So much.
I will give him a handshake.
I don't remember the timeline. Has Winnie met Corvus or no? I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ever so briefly.
So technically only Kallista and Acacia have not.
Right.
Okay. Then Winnie would have done like a hug and a Corvus, hi, it's so good to see you again. Yeah, I almost said that, and then I was like, oh, but wait. That would have been in the like post trance 4 hours.
Yes, Winnie, I'm very glad to see that you did not get killed.
Yeah, it would have been a real bummer. It was sad about you, because you were like the nicest one besides me on the material plane, canonically. But here we are.
We really need to talk about that, for sure. But yes, a drink.
I feel
please.
we have much to talk about. And he looks over to Scarlett. A lot. But there is a tavern in town for some of the more, living
Fleshy.
people. Fleshy. I actually like that less. It is called The Last Drop, and I can show you the way.
Kallista, Acacia, are you in?
I'm debating.
Oh, I'm definitely in. If you're debating, can you do the thing just in case we all go different
I like the
directions?
thing. Yeah.
Yes, I can do
Thank
the
you.
mind link. I just don't feel I want to get drunk in a literal ghost town right now. So I might get a head start in looking for information. If that's
There's
okay.
always good information to be found in taverns, but no, that makes sense.
Yeah, but do you need 6 people in taverns doing that information gathering?
Well, I wasn't there for the soul count, so I can't make a fun joke about that. But
Well, I was including Corvus in this one, so it's technically.
yeah, Eva wants to count Anders, but
Make it 7.
yep.
So I will do the mind link, and I'll just be like, I'll try to check in pretty early. This one doesn't feel like it took hold very well.
Be safe.
In character, an hour.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, do you want just in case because you're going off and stuff, and it's I don't even know how many people at this point. Would you like a little potion of resilience or boldness? I guess you could have both.
Sure. I'll hold on to both of them for now, and I'll give them back if I don't use them.
Okie dokie.
Unless you really want to hold them onto them.
Oh, or potion of healing, which
Oh.
I forgot I fucking had.
Oh,
Cool.
What do the resilience and boldness ones do?
I will post them in chat. Actually, I will just pin this because everyone should know. Resilience, +1 bonus to AC for 10 minutes. Boldness, the drinker can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving throw they make for the next minute. Has anyone ever drunk these? I don't think so.
No, but I like it, so.
They are you also get temporary hit points that I will add. It's not in this screen for some reason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take them and hold on to them for now. Call me if you need me.
Scarlett, as the ship is now docked and tied off, you also, I mean, everyone has seen that there's ships that have pulled up all along the sides. You look over and you see just far enough away, like other faces are passing in front of his, but it is a face that you recognize mostly from description. I think you've seen like one painting of him or image of him before. In fact, I think the strongest image you ever saw of him was in the dreamscape that you and Marcus shared. As you look over and you see what is very clearly the face of Captain Uther Cross.
Oh.
And it's far enough away that you can't hear what he's saying, but he seems to be giving orders. He pats a Shatterkai on the back and kind of like is moving him along as the ship that he's on seems to also be coming into port shortly after yours. Captain Uther Cross, the captain of the Bloodhound before
Brindle Kane.
when
Oh, okay,
before
yeah.
Brindle Kane, when Marcus was having a good time being a pirate, and then he had a bad time, and now he's having an even better time.
So the
But yeah,
Bloodhound captain we actually like.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, the one who
Yes.
was doing a good job. Yeah, Marcus is
Bitch, you doing
kind
a
of like
good job. Bitch, you do. Oh, sorry.
Marcus is not biological father. He's not the daddy he was born with. He was the daddy who stepped up.
I ain't your father, but I'm your daddy.
But I'm your daddy, boy.
Bryce. I love unhinged, unmuted Michael.
Yeah, sorry. I can speak Michael's language. This is definitely a Yondu situation. Maybe like a Wrecker to Omega sort of deal if we're talking Bad Batch.
Don't make me cry. Oh.
See, nobody got that, but that was just for Michael. I know how to speak Michael.
I'm
Not
going
fully a
to...
Din Djarin to Grogu situation.
Right,
It's
right,
not
right.
fully that. Yet.
No. Not yet, at least. Yeah.
Not yet.
Christ, the two of you.
Yeah.
I'm not immediately gonna go to cross, but I will kind of trail behind, but not in a like weird and sneaky way. But like, I don't want to bombard this man who does not know who the fuck I am.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Callisto walks up next to you as you're kind of dragging your feet. See someone you know?
Me personally? No. But that was the captain of the ship that I captained myself.
You're a captain now.
I am.
You weren't captain of my ship.
No. Connery has that position.
Is he doing a good job?
Damn good job, actually. Proximus is his first mate.
Well, we all make mistakes when we're captains. I'm glad the big cuddle cat's doing well.
Cuddle cat? Please explain that one really quickly. Because I will absolutely use it against him.
Oh, please do. And he'll know exactly where it came from. Let's just say we journeyed north once and we got stuck in some ice, and he would come to me and say, "Oh, Callisto, it's so cold. Perhaps I should help you because we're going to have to like get together for the warmth of it."
Was this before or after Eula brought you back?
This was before, because I think afterwards I didn't really care too much about the cold
were
and the
just
temperature and
always
everything.
cold.
Right. Yes, he just any time that he was getting a little too persnickety, I would just lean in and go, "I can tell everyone how loud you purr. Do you understand?" And he'd back off at that point.
You know, I will use that to keep him in check.
He knows exactly where it came from.
Always going to hate me more than he already does.
Mm-hmm. But, bit of unasked for advice. In Fiddler's Green, you all are going to see the faces of people you knew that you never thought you would see again. It is up to you how you want to approach those relationships. Whether you want to reforge them, whether there's things that were left unsaid, just remember that were you not here, how it was an hour ago is how it would have been forever. Are you going to change it? Is it going to make a difference? I don't have the answers, but I would offer that to you. Fate brought everyone here. Fate also brought you here. Make good choices.
Have we ever been known to make good choices?
No, but if I don't say it, you can't say I didn't.
Fair point. Okay, friends, let's go in the port.
Winnie is going to bounce on down the gangplank, happy to be somewhere with people, alive or dead. It's been a time. And Derek, you said it's the last drop, right?
The last drop is the tavern, yes.
If I don't
And-
see Vander as the bartender, I'm gonna be pissed.
Who's Vander?
From Arcane.
Yeah, I knew.
The
100%.
last drop is the bar and the
okay.
lanes.
Damn, see, I thought it was being original, but you're right, it is that. I'd forgotten that. Oh, I was like, what would be funny? It would be great if it was Scarlett. God damn it.
Yeah.
It could be the last pour. You could change it.
Could be. But I won't, because I think it's a good name. Even if our king got there first. Okay. Corvus leads you into town. Again, these are stone paved roads, although the stone does seem, blackened and alien to you all. It's not a type of rock. It's like almost obsidian, but it's also porous, but it's not technically volcanic rock. There's something strange to it, and again, that green glow almost like steams out of it, as everything here seems very spectral in a way as well. But Corvus leads you down these streets. All about, you can see that there are spiritually animated beings. There are ghosts and wraiths and specters and poltergeists and everything else that appears when you click undead in the category of D&D Beyond. But everything here seems non-hostile, as far as you can tell. Will-o'-the-wisps also float all about. And Corvus is just mostly silent, although he does turn back. A bit of advice. Don't go outside of the city limits. It is less than friendly. That is where the things go when they have nowhere else to go. Or when they get too hungry. The city is a place of peace. And I highly encourage all of you to uphold that as best as possible. It gets messy if you don't. And for too long, you are at the doors of the last drop. And entering, you see empty chairs and empty tables, where your friends will meet no more. And looking in, you can see that it is inhabited primarily by ghosts. There are Shatterkai here as well, that are sitting there. The only ones that are really sitting. All of the ghosts are kind of like hovering above the chairs or standing at the bars. Many of them are holding tankards that they are trying to drink from, and yet the liquid goes nowhere. There's no liquid in the tankards. It's almost like the memory of being at a bar, the illusion of drinking and socializing in a place like this. There's no music. There's chatter and kind of just a soft lilting sound that seems to permeate the air everywhere you go. Behind the bar, there is an older Shatterkai, lines around his eyes and his mouth, who is dressed in kind of like longer flowing clothing, like these kind of like puffier sleeves. And he slides a tankard down to a ghost, and it goes right through his hand and falls off, and he just shakes his head and goes, I really should have remembered that part. Now in the tavern, what would you all like to do?
I did want to trail Captain Cross. Did he come to the tavern?
He did not. Captain Cross went left when you all went straight. You're not exactly sure where he's going. Did you want to break off from the group and follow him?
Yes, please.
All right. Following Captain Cross, you can see that he has a crew that's coming with him. They break off from him. They go into one of the nearby buildings, and you see that his partially corporeal form just continues walking uphill. He's gone up around the hill, and he's kind of like taking this switchback. And you see that he gets to a point where there's a little bit of blackened grass that is growing. There's this large kind of flattened but pointed rock, which reaches out, and he sits at the edge of the rock, his feet just kind of dangling off the side of it. There's a crooked tree which leans over him, and he pulls a pipe out of his coat and sticks it in his mouth and just sits there and kicks his legs a little bit, and he just looks out to the vast blackened ocean.
I don't want to get too close because that's creepy. From a safe distance, just stand there and just Captain Cross.
He looks over at his name. Hello? Can I help you with something?
This is going to be a little strange. I have your ship. I have the Bloodhound.
Like, in your pocket, or
No, no. She is on the material plane.
and you are not?
Not currently, no. I'm usually there.
Are you looking for the paperwork? Because I don't have that on me.
No, no, no. You see, I took the Bloodhound from Brindle Kane.
I'm glad someone did.
She's been through hell and back, been rebuilt a little bit. But she sails.
What's your name?
I'll pause for a second. You might have heard the name I go by here and there. Possibly, maybe. Probably cursed from Ogden, honestly. But I think the real important name that you want is Dianthe Ash.
And how is he?
The best first mate the captain could ask for. And a very supportive husband.
2 captains die, and the poor boy still couldn't get a promotion.
Not for lack of trying.
Yes, well. He is a very good first mate.
He holds the
Couldn't
ship
speak to the
well.
husband part.
No, that would be a little strange. Not super, but like he has shown me memories of you are more like a father than anything.
And he was more of a son than anything. Why don't you come sit next to me, Dianthe? I should very much like to meet you.
I will go take a sit.
So I guess that makes me your father-in-law then.
Better than that, the other one, yeah.
Yes. Yes, he showed up once. I told him to go kick rocks.
So Marcus didn't know that he had shown up.
Better that he didn't.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
Do you like dogs, Dianthe?
I'm not a fan, but I'm definitely more of a cat person.
I think tabaxi are neat too.
More so Tressums.
I know what you
There's
mean.
one on your ship.
Oh. It's the irony. Is she still the Bloodhound?
She is not. After everything that Brindle Kane had done, I am going to take full responsibility for this because I did not tell Marcus when I did it. She has been renamed. She is the Cross's Mercy. It felt right.
I don't know, Dianthe. I was quite a son of a bitch.
Not from the story that I have heard. Not just from Marcus either.
Stories about me.
A few. Your crew. One, they are fantastic. Your officers are better than ones I could have ever inherited. But they are true in what they say. Especially Espen. You give him a way of speaking that's not audible and he just goes.
You know, I actually knew Espen when he didn't have the vocal issues. Uh, Great singing voice. Honestly, it's a real shame. But the gibbet calls for us all sometimes. So, you were able to win the heart of Marcus Ash. Or was it the other way around?
Both?
Mm-hmm.
He caved first.
Well, you're very pretty, and you seem very competent and smart. I can see why.
I am also a siren.
One piece of advice I gave him and he still couldn't listen. Well, Dianthe, what brings you to these bleak shores?
We are hunting for artifacts. And one of them brought us here. And now we are apparently stuck here unless we find a way to the Wall of Doors.
Ah. Seen the hall once. There weren't any doors that opened for me then.
But you made it.
Almost. I lost my first ship in this plane to Ur. I was able to make it away before he consumed me. I wonder if there's any doors for me now. I sail that beautiful lady right down there, and he points down to a massive galley, a psychopomp. Although doesn't particularly live up to her name, as I'm not much of a ferryman to the souls as much as I wish I were. Many of us captains are serving off time. I did my best while I was alive, but you bring in the wrong people, you bring them too close, and no matter what you do, they'll always have a knife ready for you. I thought if I gave Cain a chance, I thought that if I gave him responsibility and purpose, that I could turn him around. But there are very few sailors out there as great as your husband. If I could have a ship full of Marcuses, then I would be the greatest captain that ever lived. But unfortunately, the world has many Brindle Canes out there as well.
That they do. We have taken down quite a few of the privateers. But I feel like the more we take out, the more they just replace. Whether or not they're any good is the real question. Because the Empire doesn't necessarily care about quality.
No, they just throw enough bodies at the problem.
And eventually the
that they
problem will
can-
be gone.
Something like that.
Mercy is our big problem right now. As far as privateers go.
Of course she is. Well, I only had the displeasure of meeting her a handful of times, and She was the right piece of shit, every single one of them.
At least things
Always-
haven't changed.
At least things haven't changed. And yet it seems a lot has. Marcus is married. There's a new captain to my old ship, as she still sails. This whole time I've wondered about the legacy that I've left behind. What they say about me, and whether it's kind or true. Glad the truth can be somewhat hidden behind the kindness.
What is the truth?
I think that's what happens when you end up here. So you think about the things that are said about you. You have a lot of time to think about that. But meeting you, it seems like the things I did couldn't have been all bad.
You have inspired me to lead through life with a little bit of mercy. I was not always that type of person. I was very cruel and would laugh in the face of those who I killed. But I do stand pause now. I try not to send people here without at least somewhat of a reason. So if there's anything, there's at least that.
I can't promise that there's not a ship waiting for you when it is your time. But it sounds like if you continue on this new path, there might be a door that opens for you.
See, here's the thing. I don't plan on dying for a very long time.
Good.
As much
glad
as
I got to
Marcus
meet you, Mother.
tries.
To kill you?
No, to die himself.
Oh, yes, he's accident prone.
Oh, well. Sure. We'll go with that.
Is that why you left him behind?
No, I left him behind because I trust him with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to the Shadowfell
Mm-hmm.
and into the water. He does mostly great with the water. This was a rough one going into the unknown.
Fair enough. Well, Dianthe, I come here to look out and look towards that hall of doors. This is my little spot. As long as you're here, you're more than welcome to share it with me. And I ask about the dog. It doesn't sound like you're particularly against it, so he takes the pipe out of his mouth and he whistles. And you hear this like and from just up the hill, this large shadowy black shape leaps over you and lands kind of turning in the dirt a little bit, and you see this muscular shadow mastiff with these like big underbite and just kind of like slathering a little bit.
A baby.
A big boy. You can't tell him about this. I didn't think I'd see him again, and I missed him. This is Marcus.
I'm
And the dog just like
absolutely telling him about
wags
this.
its little nubbin tail.
I want to pet the dog.
Yeah.
You absolutely can tell him about this.
Oh, I'm absolutely telling him about this.
It's nothing against him. It's not that Marcus was super subservient or anything like that. In fact, I wish he listened to me more. It's just, it's a good name. You're going to tell him, aren't you?
I am going to tell him. I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
All right. Nope.
He's going to ask, and I can't lie to my husband
Yes.
any more than I have.
Right. All right.
It's usually for his safety.
If there's one thing that I'm sure about with Marcus is that every time I lied to him, he knew, but he listened anyway because he understood. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You have gotten close. You have seen the Hall of Doors. Would you be willing to help us get there?
He takes like a big breath in, also realizing that he doesn't breathe. And he puts the pipe back in his mouth. And he goes, shit. Fine. I think that's where we'll end for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for another Horizons call. I'm Derek Sordes, he and pronouns. I've been your GM for this game, your guiding compass as we navigate the infinite seas of Damaris and beyond at this point. I've joined, as always, by these very lovely people who I want to have say more about themselves, and we can find more of them. Then we'll do some channel stuff and wrap up for the evening. So let's see. Let's go around. Mare, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hey everybody, my name is Mary. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. Right now, my schedule's a little here and there just because we're heading into December. But on Thursdays, starting back up on December 4th at, I think we're switching back to 8:15 Eastern time. I will be back with Zenith 3000, where I play Erastus Brevenfeld, your tiefling government official who is both better and worse than a cop. I will also be running a game for Hope Miss on, I believe my game is on the 22nd of December at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be running Grandma Club, where I am going to be playing the Great Matriarch Game Master, and my players will need to make sure that the holiday fair goes off without a hitch, and, you know, not letting the goats cause problems along with children and other things. It's wild in that small little village. I think that's it. Sometime starting in the beginning of the year, first quarter, I'll be running a new game of Invisible Sun. I'm really excited for y'all to see that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mary. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello. I'm Eva. I have been Winnie today. I did that in the correct order, and I will take a gold star. Thank you very much. I am not running anything for Hope Miss, but I will be doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work, which I'm excited about. And I'm excited for all the games on the docket. You can find me here Saturdays, obviously. Coming up soon, Sunday mornings, Vason will be returning, and I will be Linnea, the world's worst private detective, again. It's fine. She lost her gun. She's got nothing else. And Thursdays playing Vertigo Madigan, who's also kind of detective-y in her own way, alongside Mare. And I think that is about it for me. I'm sure sorry if I forgot something important. I don't have a brain today.
You did great.
Oh, wait, no. Thank you very much to Kaila for doing tech. I really appreciated it.
Absolutely. Yes, special thank you to Kaila for running tech for today. Special thank you to Eva, who typically runs tech, and for Eva for running tech for a lot of things around here. A lot of the background work rests on her shoulders, and cannot appreciate that enough. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. Sword and Key exclusive. I'm stuttering at this point. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, MIKYL SANDOVAL, on Instagram and BlueSky, where I do some things and some art. But you can just come over to the Sword and Key Discord channel and hang out, because that's where I'm most of the time. That's about it.
Cool. Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on our screen, on all of our promotional materials, not only for this game, but for many games here on Sword and Key. It's absolutely incredible. We so very much appreciate all of the hard work that he has put in over the years for this game. You're going to see more of that stuff here soon. Yeah, I've been seeing some of the background stuff. It's pretty great. Yeah, check out the Sword and Key Discord for a dedicated channel for Mykyl's artwork. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I have been your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, and tomorrow is my birthday. If you would like to donate to Feeding America, I would be much appreciated, and you can make our lives a living hell in 3 weeks when we come back.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Kaila tomorrow. Massive thank you again to Kaila for running tech for this game. And again, a lot of stuff around here. Kaila does a lot of background stuff, as well as just being incredible in front of the camera. And then we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I'm Lozelda on the internet places. I'm also Long Dog Dice. You can still get some of the ready to ship stuff in time for holiday things. And in the meantime, I'm streaming a lot of Silksong. We're finally at the Act 3 of that. Everything's fine. It wasn't traumatizing in the slightest to get there. It's good.
Shadowfell Dice, Jen.
Yes, also that. Hey, ironically, didn't do it on purpose. They've been ready for a while. I actually have a set of Shadowfell dice. So in case you were like, man, I really wish I had dice based on what's going on here, you can.
Perfect.
Perfect indeed. Use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase at Long Dog Dice. I'll just jump ahead with that. So yeah, Long Dog Dice, incredible dice sets, and the Shadowfell dice are available right now. Again, use that code. If you are shopping for like Horizon's Call dice, like these gorgeous D20s, they have the little flecks of copper with the vibrant shade of blue, as well as all of these players, their characters have dice sets that are connected to them as well. So check all that out. Again, use that code for 10% off your first purchase. Special thank you again to all these lovely people for the incredible work that they do. For myself, again, I'm Derek Sordy, use he, him pronouns. I have been your GM, your guiding compass. I'm your GM a lot of times around here, although I am a player at least once. I'll talk about that when it comes to the calendar, but you can find all of Sword and Key stuff in one neat, nice place at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find our socials right up at the top. That's Instagram and BlueSky. You can also find links to our Discord. All of those places are great right now because there is now less than 3 hours left to apply to play in one of our holiday games, our December Hopemas games right here on Sword and Key. We have 7 different games, 7 different GMs. Some are 1-shots, a couple are 2-shots, and a couple are 3-shots. Various systems, no D&D. All indie would be considered indie systems. There's the Star Wars Fantasy Flight games. There's Genesis using the Mass Effect module. There is Mare is running Grandma Club. LD is running Tea Time Adventures. We have Craig, who is the creator of Shadowlight and Personae, running Shadowlight and Personae. Baker is running the Root TTRPG, and I will be running Under the Floorboards all throughout the month of December. There's lots of times available, so check it out. Make sure that you're available for the Session 0, which is also listed there, as well as the game time itself before you select yes. But check that out. It's posted on all of our socials and on our beacons and Discord and everything. For other stuff on the beacons, find all the links to our charitable organizations like Feeding America, that this game in particular is in support of. You can donate at any time, and whatever incentives you've unlocked just get paid forward to whatever the next game is. That said, this game is taking 2 weeks off, the next 2 weeks off, so bear that in mind. It's a great time to kind of rack up those donations. Just saying. There's also all of our other charitable organizations that we're in support of throughout the year, so check this out. We have discount codes, like I mentioned, Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase with Long Dog Dice. Sword and Key also works over at Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis, no matter how weird and wild, normal, and mod your teach average character might be. You can make a mini for them. You can also use our affiliate link for a 3-month subscription for unlimited STL files. If you do any 3D printing, it gets you, 3-month subscription, $19.99, unlimited STL files. That's the main points of it. Let's see, we're also affiliates with Hit Point Press. They make Humblewood and animated spell cards, Griffin Saddlebag books, tons and tons of stuff. Use our affiliate link. You can be purchasing from them. Let's take a look at the calendar ever so quickly, since I know December's busy. Again, tomorrow's Kayla's birthday. Happy birthday to Kayla. Tomorrow is also the release of Monster Crush. Should have mentioned Monster Crush, the podcast I do with my friend LD. We talk about cryptids, creatures, misplaced monsters from myth and house, which will be our. So we have a new episode coming out tomorrow evening, more than likely, wherever podcasts are found. It is a bi-weekly, bisexual, panteratophilic podcast of monster love. If you like monsters or love monsters, check it out. Nightmares on the Frontier is also back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That is a game that I play in. It's being run by Valdranth, fantastic GM, and it is in support of World Central Kitchen. It's 2 p.m. Pacific time. It is a Wild West Eldritch Foundry fantasy game using the Forge in the Dark system. It's very cool. Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific time is Summer in Carcosa. It's a Monster Hearts 2 game run by Angela, Phoenix 24 Fem. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time is Gate Nights, where LD Shadow and I play Baldur's Gate 3, currently do on video games streamed here on Sword and Key. And then later the week is Thanksgiving, so Zenith will be taking the week off. And then, let's see, Saturday, I do want to shout out, Horizons Call will be off, but it is Valdrian's birthday. Valdrian, who is the game runner for Nightmares on the Frontier. So happy birthday to Valdrian and Kayla, coming up here soon. On the 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have Vison, What Should Never Be Found, which will be back. And then starting on the 3rd, that is the beginning of our Hopemas campaign. That will be the first episode of Star Wars, The Final Piece, which is part of the Hopemas campaign being run by Dax. And then Zenith will also be back on the 4th as well, Zenith 3K, which will be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then Friday the 5th, we have Dousing the Fire, which is the Mass Effect Genesis game run by Ren. And then that is followed at 3 p.m. Pacific time by Shadowlight Persona. So all cool stuff coming up here. Again, our Discord is the best place to see all of that, like the events, the calendar, everything. And check out our socials for updates on stuff as well. Tonight, we are going to be raiding Atzo Spirit Bear. So go spread some positivity over there. And until we see you next time, hopefully sooner rather than later, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. Bye.